Time to wake up, beta bitch. Leave me alone. Oh, poor little Scott. Feeling sorry for himself. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Get up. I don't have to listen to shit you say.
Hey everybody, this is Will Martell, and welcome back once again to the Menosphere. And if you get the opportunity, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will be very soon taking clients for private consultation. So, with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so I know many of you in the world today have had problems with loss. And what I have to say about loss is this. Yes, we lose in life. We lose all the time in life. But remember, on the other side, guys, of a loss is a win. It is. How do you think people like the late Steve Jobs and Michael Jordan and all of these guys with a winning attitude had continued? I mean, continued after they have lost. I mean, look at Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs got fired from the company, the very company that he created. I mean, how ridiculous is that? You get fired from the company you created. And then only to make the biggest comeback of all time and go and create something like Pixar. And I believe it was called NEXT. That was the other company. And then look at Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, people would say he was borderline mental, because he had that drive. He had that drive to not only be the best, but to win at all costs and win by attrition. So look at it like this, guys. No matter if it's losing a loved one, I lost my mom, and that's not easy to deal with. I mean, every day it's hard to deal with that. But whether you lose a loved one, or you've lost in a relationship, just remember this. We all have something called comeback power. Now, what is that exactly? Comeback power is this. It is the ability to come back from the bottom. I mean, from the rock bottom on back up and succeed and become a success. Now, in the terms of a breakup, okay, many of you out there are probably feeling lost, and you're feeling that there will be no tomorrow without this other person. That's untrue. Your life will continue if you choose to let it continue, because many times, and this is among men that I'm directing this towards. Do you realize that every 40 seconds a man commits suicide? And this is absolutely 100% true. Now, at the top of this video, you've seen a clip from my now award-winning short called Discarded. And this movie was about a middle-aged man that fell in love with a narcissistic woman, and this woman ended up breaking up with him after so many years together and leaving him, and he didn't know why. He had no clue of why she did it. So during this entire film, he is battling, and I do mean battling, the enemy, not the enemy from outside, not an enemy, not someone that claimed to be his enemy, but the enemy from within. He was battling himself. And that, my friends, is the worst enemy that you can battle, is yourself. because you're thinking all of these things. And I've been there and done that. I've been there and done that, guys. So what you want to do is concentrate after this breakup is to become the best and greatest version of yourself. It's worked for me. My life has never been better. I mean, I'm doing things. I just started my company, Dragon Whip Entertainment, just got it LLC'd. I mean, just there have been more and more accomplishments. And that relationship that suddenly ended for whatever reason, I don't even think about it anymore. And you guys won't either. But you have to have that conversation with yourself. And that conversation has to go something like this. Here's a choice here, and here's a choice here. Okay? So if you are thinking in any way about suicide and things like that, that's not even a thought. Life is too precious, and no one, and I do mean no one, is worth it. On this side, you got life. You got the rest of your life. You got the best of your life to continue to try to live. And once you realize that the rest of your life will be the best of your life, you will leave that situation and that person behind. They will be a distant memory. Now, I realize that right now you're dealing with the fact that you got all these changes. And the changes are you're not living at the same place anymore. You may had to have relocated. You might not be in contact with this person. This person just decided that their journey with you was over with and they decided to cut it off. Listen, guys, it happens. It happens. So now you have to ask yourself the question, do I go on? Yes, I urge you. Yes, you go on. Then you have to ask yourself the other question of how. The question of how is none of your business. You just have to try your best to get yourself together mentally. Get yourself together mentally. Talk to friends. Talk to family. And I think I mentioned this in another video, but a friend of mine, he wasn't even 50 years old yet. And I think I put his name in the credits at the end of Discarded, at the end of the movie. And I also put, for the state of Iowa, a hotline to call if anyone is dealing with feeling alone and they have thoughts of suicide. I put a number at the end of that particular film because I want people to know that mental illness is real. And not only is it real, but there are like a lot of kids out there now, boys that are ending their lives because number one, it's over a girl. Number two, they feel like that they're not worth it. Everybody that lives life is worth it. Everybody. So if you're feeling alone and you're feeling like you have these thoughts, call a friend, call a family member, call anybody you absolutely can call so they can be that other ear that you just need to get all of this stuff out. Because guess what? It's toxic stuff inside of your body and it's making you think things that you wouldn't normally think. I've been there and done that. So what you do is if you're having these thoughts, pick up the phone, call your mom. If you don't have your mom around anymore, call your dad. If you don't have your dad around anymore, call your sister, brother, aunts, uncles, anybody, cousins. call anybody that you possibly can to get these things off your chest, because the longer you hold it in and bottle it in, the worse it's going to be. Okay, I'm through raining on this. I just wanted to stop by in the manosphere and say to you that if you're dealing with these things, if you are dealing with a tough time, if you're dealing with a breakup, then the only way to get over that breakup or the thing that you're going through or the fear of loss or anything, the thing now is to concentrate on becoming the greatest version of yourself. I'm Will Martell, and I'm saying so long for now. Until next week. And remember, every day above ground is a good day. Deuces.